So, we're going to be doing the Samsung Color Palette Challenge. So basically, how this works, you go to your Samsung Notes. Nobody uses this app except me. You go down here to the corner, and then you tap here where you go pick your color. You go over here to see all the colors. And what basically happens is that you take a screenshot, you crop out the entire image only to show this specific color palette. You then proceed to go to your local painting software, import picture, and then boom, you have your color palette to use for your drawing. So unfortunately, we're not going to be using dark theme to draw. We're going to be using light theme. As much as you guys hate light theme, I'm going to be using it to draw stuff anyway, because when I tested out the image, I tested out the colors to see if they are different. They are different. You can use it to your advantage and make shades and highlights, but you're only allowed to use the specific color palette. Let's say this is the color, so you can either use it to be a highlight, a shade, or like a muted version of these colors. This, you can go wild. And of all the drawings in this entire sketchbook, today we're going to be drawing her. I was originally going to start off with a physical drawing, but my dad wouldn't give me the selfie stick unless we use it to take pictures together. So that's a bummer. The old sketch was there for so long that I forgot what it was supposed to look like. I used the original drawing to test out the color palettes to see if there was like a difference between the light theme and the dark theme. Turns out there is a difference, but as I said earlier, you can use both of them to your advantage. Anyway, I removed the old sketch and replaced it with a new one. The old sketch didn't really tell me where things were, where the legs are, what to do with the legs, and stuff like that. To perfect the sketch, I used Lavender Town's method of drawing and flipped the canvas to see if there were any imperfections. It looked fine to me, so I guess it's good. Accidentally flipped the canvas in vertical. Anyway, I was done sketching up the pose. Now it's time to sketch out the clothes. When I tend to draw people, specifically women, I tend to draw women with button-up jackets and big skirt. It's my design, my trademark, and a reason why I shouldn't be allowed in the fashion industry. Sometimes it's tough to know which goes where, especially the fluff inside the jacket. Drawing hands. And also I decided to draw some wrinkles to her jacket to make it feel more realistic. For some reason I'm still not mentally prepared to know where the wrinkles fall on clothing and on people. I flipped the canvas again to see if it looked weird, and it did look weird. The hat needed more to its end. In the original sketch, you don't need more to the hat, but I felt like if I don't add more to the hat, I might get criticized for drawing small hats. Not that anyone would criticize me for the way I draw my hands. Thing is, I don't want to draw my hands realistically. I feel like I'll screw up the drawing and it'll look weird. Anyway, another thing that I can't make out is the coral. I do not know what the coral is supposed to look like. Not in the original sketch, but in the final sketch as well. I don't like where I drew the coral, so I decided to manipulate the image to see if I can find a good place for where the coral is supposed to stay. It didn't work, but I didn't really care. Time to color. Her skin was originally meant to be Simpson yellow. I decided that if I wanted this drawing to be more colorful, I should use the other colors in the color palette to shade. My brother Emerald Blocks didn't like the fact that her skin is Simpson yellow and asked to change the skin color. At first I refused, but I eventually didn't like the Simpson yellow skin color either, so I blackwashed her. This isn't what Emerald was expecting. He suggested that I should make her Mexican or mid-wash her, but I refused. Then I faked transparency of the reef. Then I decided to detail water trails around her tentacles and I decided to add line works to the water to make it pop out from its tentacles. Stars for no reason, seashells, a starfish. I colored like a painter, drawing the base and adding details, and finally an outline. I'll admit the thin lines are distracting and inconsistent to the thick lines near her. I'm done the character, now I'm gonna do the background. I decided to go for a sea aesthetic. I color picked from the drawing, adding various fishes, and I am done. Honestly, I could have done better. I could have made tentacles shiny because, she's a sea creature, and I should have made her skin a bright blue as well. But it was too late to do that. So anyways, what do you think of my drawing? And yeah.